Good morning and welcome to the last lap desk assembly and last lap desk project for this entire project. So as you can see, I am on my main screen, my OnShape, and I'm going to start by moving to created by me, and I'm going to look for my legs. So what I'm going to do is assemble my legs so that I have two of these with a cross piece in between, and I could show you what one completed looks like on Teams. You probably already saw it before getting to this video. And so what I'm going to do is open up legs here, and just like on the previous what is this update? Interesting. Just like on the previous assembly, what we have to do is either go to this plus and go to create assembly, or if you already have one down here, if you opened up the part on its own, right, you should be able to just click on assembly. So to bring in an assembly, I'm going to insert. Current document is, I can see my legs, right? So I definitely need one of those, and I'm going to zoom out. And I need another one because we need two legs on each side, and then they flip out, right? And that cross piece is what keeps them together, so that once they flip out from underneath the desk, they come out at the same time. And then we need to insert another, right? So from other documents created by me, we want to look for cross. So we'll have to create a version in cross. Just hit create. Here's might say V1 or V2. Right, and then we have our cross piece. So what we want is this cross piece in between here, and we want it 2 inches up from the bottom. All right, so we don't have to use any special assembly or mate option here. We just use the normal fastened mate, and we're going to fasten it to this face here, and then use one of the reference edges from here to move it up 2 inches. So ideally we want to be 2 inches from this corner, but in order to assemble it on here, we would have to make a couple adjustments. So we can grab it from the center and then just take that additional if we needed once we did the drawing. We're not going to do the drawing portion of this for sake of time. We just want to make sure that we have our sub-assembly legs and we have our sub-assembly top. And then you would be able to bring in both of them and assemble that as well. All right, so what we're going to do is move to fastened mate. And I'm going to fasten mate, let's see, we want to grab one of these. We'll say that one. And we want to attach it to that centerpiece. But you want to make sure that blue is facing out, so that once it snaps, it does that. Right? But we actually want to flip that axis so it goes this way and rotate. All right, so what we have is this going the same direction. That's what we ideally want to do, right? We want this to go the same direction, but we need to move it up 2 inches. So to do that, in your fastened options up here, if you click on offset, we want to move the x-axis right here, right? X. We want to move that up 2 inches. So I can type 2 in here, click off, and you'll see it shifts it up. So you would probably have to play with that and probably be somewhere around like 2.125 or something like that, because we would have to check it on the drawing. But for this assembly only, we could just leave that at 2 and say that it's 2 inches from here to here. So we'll hit the check mark. Right? And we have an offset mate. And whenever I move this, they both move. Right? Now we need to attach this to this. So fasten mate. I'm going to grab this corner with the blue sticking out, like that. Rotate my camera and grab this part, blue facing in or up. And you'll see that it unattaches from this one and moves to this one. So that's just to show you, and they'll both snap into place as long as you have the direction correct, which is this one going up and down with this piece, just like mine is right now. Right, and then you offset it, offset that X 2 inches. Right, whenever you hit that check, it's going to snap them both together. Alright, so it looks like this one's higher up than that one. So let's see what we did. It says, oh, okay, so what I did here, what was incorrect is we want to be up 2 inches from the bottom angle, not the top. So if you've done this, you will have to move it. So since I grabbed this one, we actually have to change that X equals 2. We want the bottom part of this piece to be 2 right here. So what we have to do is add 3/4 of an inch, because that's what this thickness is, to that offset. So if I go back into my mate, I should be able to change the offset. No. There we go. So I want to move the X 0.75. Yeah. And there we go. So if you do that, whenever you grab it, you want to grab the bottom edge to the bottom of that piece. So just be aware of that. If yours looks like it's not that far up, that's what happened, and I could check that. When in doubt, if you can't get it to move like that, just redo it. So if I redid this one, right, I would delete that, move this piece out, fasten mate. I want this to line up here. I want to realign it. Nope, I missed. Let's try here to here. It's more like it. And I grabbed the top again. So I have to offset that 2.75 because I'm adding the thickness, right? Because here to here would be 2 inches, 2.75 to the top. Hit the check mark, and it should be even. All right, once you have that submitted, you are done with this project. You technically could put them all together, lay these out, and you would be ready to assemble in real life. If you need help, let me know. Good luck. Share it when, well, it's already shared, so I should have it. Just let me know that I could check or share, and you are done.